Hello and welcome to the 2026 ECL Spring Split Knockouts. My name is Sol and we're very happy to join us today. Two members of the teams on your screen right now, Make France Great Again and Exiled Bunz, Femboy for MFGA and Exile for EB. How are you two doing?
I'm doing good. Really happy to be here. I'm just excited. We finally get to play our game.
Femboy, how about
same
you?
Same for us. I'm the new team leader, and very excited to take control of the French team and make our friends great again. Hey,
make your friends great again. So, Exile, you personally requested to talk before your game today. How confident are you going into this series?
I mean, I'm pretty confident, but the main purpose of this interview that I called is because I've seen a lot of people talking a lot of stuff, and I've also watched the podcast that we've had a few days ago. And it seems like we're getting a lot of trash talk and a lot of people belittling us and stuff. So this is kind of like a message to all the haters that are going to be playing against us. And you know what I mean? Just to let them know, we're not quiet, but we're gonna let our gameplay speak for itself.
Strong, good words from Exile. Femboy, a lot of people are looking to your team. We're hoping that the league phase was just a little bit of an aberration. It's not your real ceiling. How are you feeling coming into today?
Yeah, it was more like a training, for us, and see a bit how people are playing on the field. But right now we have all friends, behind us, and also we hired a bit of jeans from Morocco and hired some black magic people to curse the other team. So we are very, very confident about it.
A curse to the other team. Exile, are you superstitious?
I don't really believe in all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, although I do believe in one thing though, and it's cold feet and nerves. And I've seen a lot of that happening in the French team. So it looks like you guys don't have a lot of experience playing in tournaments and, when it comes to all eyes on you kind of stuff. So,
well, as Napoleon said, impossible is not French. So I'm quite confident about having a new team.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this though, since you're all so confident. How come you changed your leader, your captain, but your captain is still in your team? That's awkward.
Oh, it's not awkward. Actually, I'm not the leader, but basically, I wanted to trash talk a bit more today. I was in the mood for trash talking, so I went first.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so that's exactly me. Like, it feels like this tournament has been a bit too quiet, and I'm like, it does need some trash talk. Only Poop is getting all the trash talk. And Poop, if you're gonna be listening to this, wherever you're traveling or whatever you're doing, after we beat the French, we're coming for your ass.
All right, yeah, we'll see.
That is true. I mean, Exile Bunz, Exile, if you win today, you are locked in to finals. And you will play the winner of Bean and Your Mum, yours truly team, versus the winner of Nyonyo versus Zycope and Friends. Who would you rather see in the final?
I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious who's going to be in the finals. The strong favorites right now are Poop's team, Zycope and Enemies, because I do hear that they've been rebranded. So, Bean and Your Mum, they've had a good run. They lost their support. Sucks to be them. So they're looking very, very scuffed. I've watched yesterday's games. Almost losing to Flant's team. That's kind of embarrassing, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I don't. And, sorry to interrupt there, but I think you were watching in the Berenstain universe. We were in complete control both of those two games. I don't know what you're on about.
Well, I guess we have very, very different definitions of in control because it looked very hectic. Like the mistakes even Dixon makes, it was kind of surprising to see Dixon makes those kind of mistakes that he didn't make against us. I mean, you guys looked way better against us.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest.
Well, that is for the future to see if you do win today. I'll give another word to Femboy here. If you win this game, you've got to go through the semi-finals at least.
Oh
Is
yes,
it-
we are gonna go to the semifinals. But just one piece of advice for their team. We guys went very gentle on the first game, so don't underestimate us, and maybe you will lose in 40 minutes instead of 20.
There we go.
All right, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. And you know what? I respect you, but you know what? Since Arsenal lost yesterday, I'm just gonna give you the same treatment, you know? Just gonna send you back home packing.
All right, looking forward to it then.
Good stuff,
Alright.
gentlemen. Thank you very much, Exile. Thank you very much, Femboy, for joining us for this pre-game interview. Go back to your teams because people are wanting to see what is going to happen in this second knockout game. Thank you two for joining me.
All right, see you. Cheers.
Good luck to the pair of you.
GG's and good luck. Have fun, y'all.
Yeah, you too. You too. Bye bye.
Right. So, like we said earlier, we've already had one knockout game. It was last night. Yours truly, BIY, beat the Flamingos 2-0 to lock their spot into the semi-finals at least. At least. Now, I wish I could show you the standings but it's not quite up to date. But that being said, if Exiled Bunz win today, they are locked in for finals, which means BIY will play the winner of Nyonyo Power versus Zycope and Friends. And hopefully those games will happen very, very soon. We hope that the Nyonyo game will happen tomorrow. But we are going to see what happens there. This is a huge game. Now, we're going to go straight to draft. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, no, sorry, full start.
So how can I watch?
Yes, I need to invite you to the... Are you on League, Flan? Oh, by the way, Flan's joining me today.
Oh, I need to open a client? Okay.
Well, I can stream
the
to you on
NA
Kook
client?
if you want to. Yeah, sorry, yes. By popular demand, Flan will be joining me for this cast because he did an excellent job yesterday. And
Thank you.
we want more of him. People want more of him. People are saying he's goated already, which is great to hear. Flan, what do you think about these two teams? What are you looking for?
I mean, I'm looking to see the new and improved French team, to see what they've put together here. I think that they have probably a better chance than their record suggests, especially because Exiled Bunz is in a fortunate seed position due to some outside of game factors. So I think it's going to be a pretty close series.
Yeah, we should touch upon these factors. Exiled Bunz, they did finish first in the league stage. However, that is due to two forfeits going in their favour. The first one against Nyonyo, where Nyonyo fielded an illegitimate player. And then the second one, the great controversy, the great disconnect, it's now been called, which means they got a 2-0 over Zycope and Friends. So they got to first, which they could well have done normally. No one's going to doubt that. But do you feel the same? Do you think they would have been capable of getting that first play without those two forfeits?
I would have liked to see the series be played out. I think that it was very winnable for them, and there's going to be doubt in the viewers' minds because it didn't get played, which is unfortunate, I think, for them.
Indeed. I mean, we want to see full series being played out. No one wants to see a team just handing it over to another. But they've had a lot of time without a game, so it will be interesting to see if they are rusty at all. Now, make France great again. There's a lot of question marks over this team. Magka's bad. Aurelian, he came back, he joined the team, and then he decided, no, I am Marshal Pétain, I don't care about my country, and then joined the enemy in Zycope and Friends. Do you think that's going to be a blow to the French team, Flan?
Well, I mean, I think that they're basically losing something they never had. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't really affect them. I mean, I think Aurelian could have been an asset to their roster. But I think they'll be resilient. So we'll see.
Right, well, we are getting a little bit of cold feet in the lobby right now. How long are you going to be, Flan, before you join?
Just a couple minutes. My client is not launching, and I'm not sure why. Is it possible for you to stream?
I will stream this for you.
I can try to actually launch my client for the second game.
Okay. Right, so there we go. And we'll tell them you're ready. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us. Please like and subscribe, like the stream. We're growing something here, and we are in to draft. Hopefully you can see. Can you see the stream for me, Flan? Is everything okay?
Yes. I can see everything. We're good.
Excellent. We are good. So, immediate ban, Seraphine being taken away from MFGA. What bans do you think is going to come out in this early phase, Flan?
Yeah, I think that they'll ban out Doolittle, and we're seeing that already with the Udyr ban. I think that they're recognizing that his best chance to win, he's in the most fortunate position to help his team. We're seeing bot lane focused bans. Okay, they're banning out some of the one trick from the French side with that Master E ban. I think Seraphine is just really good. I think Ashe Seraphine lane is just very hard to beat. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna ban another one of Doolittle's champs as well with Zyra.
Yep. Ashe Seraphine has been pretty ubiquitous throughout this tournament. It seems to be a very strong lane. Could you please tell the viewers why is it considered so strong? What is the benefits of Ashe Seraphine?
Their synergy is extremely strong, and in lane it's extremely aggressive. You're essentially getting hit from a second screen away from roots and stuns and slows from both characters. You also have some synergy with Seraphine's hit, where the Ashe slows even on her auto are going to root with the Seraphine E. But now we see a Zehen for Doolittle, I assume.
We do, that would be correct. That Zehen is going into the jungle. Doolittle has said multiple times that he thinks this champion is great. He's picked it up and he's ready to roll with it in case his junglers are taken away. Jean Coltemer goes for comfort. He goes for Aatrox. He has proven to be quite sufficient on that champion, quite strong in his lane. Diokan will be taking the Kai'Sa.
Karen, the Kai'Sa early could get punished. I think BDA BDA is a fan of the Kai'Sa. He said that to me himself, so I think that's why they wanted it. But I think that you really run a risk of getting punished here by this Caitlyn, just the range and lane.
Annie being covered as well. I don't think that's going to be a pickup, but it's switching over to their mid laner, GB Gua. He goes back to Twisted Fate. So they're early picking their mid lane. Is that a mistake, or are they very confident?
I mean, if they have an idea here, generally you want TF if your team has a really good game plan to get some roams off.
Oh!
Okay,
Shaniqua gets his Shen. He's not had the chance to play it so far too many times in this tournament, so he is getting his strongest champs. So the story so far for MFGA is comfort. Pick champions that you know well, that you can pilot, and you can carry on. But
I
there
think
will be a
honestly
Kaiser
that's
Shen
pretty
bot
good
lane.
strategy with a game one in terms of it's a fearless draft. They're going to be able to see a game two if their comfort picks are open.
Yeah. What about this Kaiser Shen bot lane?
I think that it's not a very strong lane at all, but they're planning on getting later. And when they banish Shyvana, they must not know that it's a Doolittle shot.
Yeah, they don't have the info. But we are very confident that Zion will be going into the jungle, as we've said. Leona.
I think the Nocturne ban there is a good idea in the sense that it's shutting down a global synergy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You think another jungle ban will come through?
I think that they're trying to think right now, what jungle champ could we take out of the pool that he might play.
It's true, they're considering it. They're taking their time. And it won't be a ban at all. We'll see if that bites them. But they don't decide to take anything.
ban runs out of the time. That maybe they just decided there is no more jungle champions in the end.
Maybe it's confidence.
Or DZ Joyboy had a connection error.
Who knows indeed. But we are going to be going into the second meta phase. Cassiopeia, another comfort pick for Femboy. It just seems to be the story of the day is just comfort, comfort, comfort. Pick your best champs and we'll try and navigate the game later. Braum, I like that pickup. However, the Shen does have the ability to maybe outplay with his W that does block auto attacks for a short period of time. And Joyboy going towards the Cassante versus Aatrox. I think we've seen this matchup a couple of times and the Aatrox didn't do too well.
You know, Cassante in lane on a good pilot is pretty tough to do. It's one of the reasons he's such a priority blind pick in pro play. Now, the issue, of course, is being able to translate that into defense. It's one of the hardest champions in top lane to do so. So look, you win, right? I think rounding out the blue side, the red side comps are it's not bad. I mean, they can lock down a target for a bit of an all-in, but other than TF, we're seeing dashes and their teams.
I mean, we are talking to the Jarvan player, the heroic game that you had against this French team. I believe one of the best games of the tournament by miles. So, taking into that mindset, like if Make France Great Again, they have to get a good game one, it feels. They've gone for full comfort. If this goes sideways...
BDA ends up being the one playing the J4. He was self-avowed, huge fan of it in solo queue. I mean, we'll see. If comfort works out for him, then it's a good draft.
It is a good draft, and we will be going into the game very shortly as I just fix things for my co-host right now. Hopefully he should be fine. Do you see everything there?
I think I need to relaunch the stream. Just one sec.
You can relaunch the streams here, and we are in
Yes.
to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our first game of the day. It's of our second knockout. It is the Make France Great Again versus Exiled Bunz, as we do get onto the rift, and we don't think there'll be any level 1 shenanigans so far. Femboy's been caught though. They've immediately starting a level 1.
Here.
They may be able to burn a summoner for him. No, he's holding it just for now. Another gold card comes through. GB Guar is not giving this up, forcing Femboy back to base. Another gold card comes out. They are not playing, as the Aatrox saying that he's having a little bit of ping issues.
239 MS at the start of the game is not a great sign for his lane, but
Not the
I
great
think
sign
their
indeed.
Cassiopeia's in a tougher spot.
We'll have to wait and see if that is going to be an issue. They do have the option. They will have to ask for a remake if they do think it's unplayable. Like I said, we have had to make changes around the rules for remakes. High ping, I don't know if that's going to be okay. But he looks like he's playing out. They've not said anything in the all chat. We will have a game here.
I think that's good to see.
Good to see. So, Flan, junglers, pathing all top to bot. What do you think they're going to do this early game?
Yeah, I think that both of them are just recognizing that a winning bot lane is going to help translate into dragons and just a good game state as the game goes on. It'll be interesting to see when they finish those clears just how effective they're going to be able to be each in a bot lane gank. They're going to look for it.
Now, look for it here. And nothing comes of it, really. Very sorry to talk about that there. As we do get back into the game. Just a little bit of trading back and forth between these two teams so far. Both junglers again carrying on their clears. John Coltermere having the better of the early game against this Cassante. He is being able to space it out quite well so far. Good trade there by the Caitlyn. No, I'm stuck. Alright, there we go.
Oh, we're seeing just some trading in top and bottom lane. I think junglers are taking their scuttle crabs. Both were smart enough to go towards their prio lanes.
Yep.
Four is looking
Oh, but
for this
Jarvan
mid
is-
lane here.
there
There
you go.
might be some action mid.
Forces
Oh,
the
they
flash
did a burn
away from
flash.
GB Gua. Good heads up play by the Twisted Fate.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that Doolittle didn't consider that the Jarvan would just go to the other crab. If he had, he might have been able to predict and counter gank that a little bit, but oof.
Let's make for unscrewed again. Bot lane is having a real tough time of it. Like you said, the Shen is not going to be able to do much early on. Good block there from the E headshot. Another good dodge. What's going to be the plan for this bot lane? What are they going to have to do?
They are just trying to survive. If they can get gold going into the mid game, they've done their job. Assuming they also haven't fed some gold dying. They want to get to team fights, and then that's where they're hoping that their team comp will just be stronger. And looking at the champs, it seems like it would be, because Cassante and TF are not going to be able to do as much damage in a front-to-back team comp, theoretically, of course. We'll see how that actually plays out.
Dragon has spawned, and it will be an Earth Drake for the early on. Nice little extra MR and armor for both teams if they decide to go to it. But it does feel like this bot lane just has to survive. Survive the early onslaught and then move on from there. Jarvan, however, is coming down. He is going to be spotted on a ward, and that will result in Exiled Bunz making their way back. Early game quite up, but you see already there's a 500 gold lead in the favour of EB, and that does seem to be fully, yep, that's just Twisted Fate and Caitlyn making very good use of their lane presence. Could you tell me a little bit about the Cassiopeia Twisted Fate lane?
I think in general the lane is probably Cassiopeia favored in terms of trading, but the difference here is TF is still going to be able to farm just fine. Some jungle pressure could affect things, but TF is always going to get a gold advantage just based off his passive.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing an early Drake.
And see an early Drake here. Doolittle trying to rush this as quick as possible. Vamp will come over, and this should be a secure. However, Jarvan is starting to poke his head in. EQ's in, doesn't get the smite, and he's probably going to die for his sins. Vamp.
Caitlyn backed, so this is actually looking really good.
There's
for
a
Red
first
Side.
blood, however. First blood,
Vamp's
however,
in it.
does go in mid lane. Twisted Fate barely winning that 1v1.
I'm really curious how that actually played out. What we had seen was Cat's
Joy Boy, however,
solo kill.
just grabbed the end of that. Very sorry that we missed that, ladies and gentlemen. Exile getting the... However, there's more action in the bot lane. Caitlyn now has to move back, but here comes the ult. Twisted Fate is trying to get in range. No, he's going on
he's
to
top. He's
BDA,
going on
and he
J4.
takes him as well. Another kill going towards this Twisted Fate. However,
Caitlyn
D'Alandro.
doing bottom and dies.
Caitlyn stepped far too forward. I'm very sorry that I'm not being able to get this all on camera. Action happening.
It's impossible. We
quick.
went from 0 kills to 5 kills in about a minute and a half.
Exactly. It's just all gone off. Can you explain how could the Caitlyn step too far forward?
Well, I'm really curious. I mean, Caitlyn was sort of 1v2ing the trade. She had completely won the trade after the Shen had taunted her. We missed. I think he had been trying to kill the Kaisa, and he must have stepped a little bit too close and maybe gotten Shenny. It's hard to tell. But in some way, he messed up.
He didn't even
saved
cleanse.
the cleanse, though.
Yeah, he didn't cleanse
Maybe
at all.
he tanked a turret shot.
Must have been. But that's what this bot lane needs. There's a kill onto this Kai'Sa. They should be kind of equal. No, yet another small little goal there. But here we go. There is going to be a fight over the grubs. Java now, BDA is in a real bad way. Shen'O coming through, and this is going to be the fight here, for ladies and gentlemen, for these grubs. Huge from the John Colterberg goes in, and he's going to try and kill this Sarhen before he gets his passive away. John Colterberg is huge now, but he's in the middle of 3 buns, and he will go down. Femboy trying his best. He steals a Void Grub, which is huge for denying the 3. Joyboy, however, he doesn't feel like he's done. Femboy should be able to kite this, does miss the Q, meaning he will not be able to get that kill, and we go back to live. He will be live. That feels big.
I mean, we saw some more action. We'll see what they can translate it into, but we're already seeing bounties come out on the Cassante and the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate's gold he's almost 2,000 gold ahead of Cassiopeia after that whole exchange.
Again. There is no flash on there. He misses the taunt as well. Caitlyn, however, is going to be done. Here comes the TP. Jarvan needs to cancel his ult to make sure his team can get onto the Caitlyn. And they do kill him. Vamp should die down, but Exile is here. He's going to pick up at least 1, at least 2. Shaniqua runs for the hills. It's a killing spree for Exile. Twisted Fate picks up another kill.
I think we're seeing the Team Exiled Bunz here just use their ultimates and their TPs in a
good
very
use of the taunt, but it's not going to live long. Exile will be fine. Takes a couple of turret shots.
Very little he can do there with 3 bottom.
Going into the bot lane now. This GB Guar is all over the map. This Twisted Fate is going nuts. Femboy is in a whole heap of trouble. He's going to give the kill over to the Caitlyn. And this is the power of the Twisted Fate.
He's using the Twisted Fate in an expert fashion here. We're seeing from 0 kills in about 5 minutes to 9 now for Team Exiled Bunz. Just developing a lead that's going to be very difficult for this team comp of the Make France Great Again to deal with.
Exactly. He already has his Rod of Ages before 10 minutes, along with 4 stacks of his Dark Seal and Swiftness boots. This TF. TF is not known for doing the most damage, but this early on, he's going to be doing plenty of it, being this accelerated.
I mean, he's just so far ahead of Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia landing the Qs. Jorbo is running for the hills, but you can see this Cassante
flash
is
is
so
almost on
tanky.
cooldown.
He's going to try and make the
And to
angle
heads
for
here.
Alter. Doolittle is here to save his life. Shaniqua now comes forth, and here's
This
the
is massive Zahan ult.
from a huge Zahan ult. Shen piloting it, but trying to keep his junglers alive.
Zahan revive.
Zahan revive. Femboy ults probably a little bit
Guys,
too
he's
early
dead,
because he's
mate.
just gonna die. It's a double kill for Doolittle. Shaniqua now will die to Caitlyn, and Exiled Bunz are putting their foot on the accelerator.
Right as this second dragon is ready for them to take, it's looking like one of those games in solo queue where you might ask for an FF at 15 minutes now. All of a sudden, it's just getting worse and worse for Team Make France Great Again.
It is not looking good for them. They picked comfort champions for this game one. And Exiled Bunz is saying, no comfort for you. You're going to play this out the way we want you to play. This Twisted Fate GB Guar is having an absolute, putting on a class of how to pilot this champion.
It is a clinic.
However,
No top lane here. He has flash. I think he can get out of this just
Java
fine.
misses it. John Coltimer will land. Flashes,
Reading
good
the flash.
play there. Very good play. Not giving Twisted Fate the ability to flash away as well. However, while that is happening, bot lane turret has gone down. Deolandra is now being caught by the passive of Vamp. But he should be fine. Shanika doing everything he can to try and keep his AD safe. He may have stayed there a bit too long. Will taunt away. What do you do if you're Make France Great Again if you're in this position?
I mean, you try to stop the bleeding and get what you can, and they're trying to
flashing.
punish
Oh,
Vamp
this
here,
seems like a desperate flash in my opinion there. I don't know about you, but it does force the flash. Another Cassiopeia goes down, but here's the Twisted Fate. They will pick up Vamp, but TF is here. GB Guar is here. Caitlyn picks up another kill. And this game is
That
going
Kai'Sa
very
ult.
fast away. Jean Coltimer now doing everything he can to try and get out, trying to sidestep. He's zigging and zagging. Won't help. Doolittle will kill him. And it's 15-8. It's a 4K gold lead at 13 minutes.
I think that gold lead's just going to widen as this game goes on. I'm seeing right now a statement performance being put on by our #1 seed that had some doubters after that. The shenanigans, you could say, that happened in their last game of the regular season.
Indeed. They are putting on a show for a Shaniqua. I don't know what you're doing there, man. I don't know why you're trying to fight a very fed Twisted Fate. Maybe for a little bit of tilt maybe coming on the side of Make France Great Again.
Twisted Fate, level 11, and his Rod of Ages still has to proc.
He is going on him. He
It's
will
really
be able to
close.
kill him. No, he will not. He will. The poison will take it. Shen is here. Great taunt to try and save Femboy. He will kill Doolittle as well. Great heads up play
Gets
by
the
Shaniqua.
shutdown. That's a lot of gold to the Cassiopeia.
That is a lot of gold to the Cassiopeia. That is what they need to stay alive in this game one. More miracles like that need to happen. Rift Herald is now spawned. They're making their way to it. Vamp making his way to top lane. Flan. They're going to have to need more of this, don't you think?
I mean, they have playmaking characters on red side in terms of team fight potential. We have high pick potential on blue side, seeing a TF that's so accelerated there to get anywhere on the map. But if there's big mistakes from blue side, and here we
go
might
again.
be seeing
Exile has gone
another
all out.
kill.
He will not yield. Vamp is going to down. Shaniqua has killed Caitlyn in the meanwhile whilst we were looking away at this top lane
Oh
fight.
my gosh.
Exile do everything he can, and he will kill Jean Coltimer as well.
So Kai'Sa must have stepped up a little bit too far.
Well, Caitlyn stepped up too far.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Caitlyn. My mistake.
That seems to have happened a couple of times now. 4 deaths for this
Twice in a
Caitlyn.
row.
He doesn't need to be doing this, don't you think? He just needs to chill.
No, absolutely not. One of the highest auto attack ranges possible in League of Legends. You can just be sitting back. Your team has a lead. Now, at the same time, that return kill top and the way the waves are, they're not losing much for it, and they're still getting the Rift Herald. So we're still seeing an overall positive play with a Caitlyn death.
Yep.
I'm going to take top turret here.
Top turret has gone down as well by Exile. He is absolutely comfortable in this lane on this Cassante. 5-1. This is the tankiest person alive. How do Make France Great Again even get through this front line of EB?
If Kaisa can get some gold in her belt, will shred some tanks. Now, of course, she has to not die while trying to.
Going for it. He flashes over. Fancy feet. He's not playing. He's not got the
flash there as well.
He's not got the tango skin, but he's doing the quick step to get away from that gank. And they found Vamp as well. They're just going to keep trying to make plays across the map, but this is a Braum.
Very good.
He will go down. Femboy is going to get caught as well, and here comes the fight now in the bot lane. John Coltermere will be able to try and get hold of the Twisted Fate. No, he will not. Exile is just going nuts in the back line. They're trying everything they can to kill him, and they will go down. They will go down. But John Coltermere now is going to step up and fight. The Shenel, they are not done. They want to keep fighting. They're going to try and burst Doolittle before he goes into his passive. They don't able to do it. Shenel taunt on to the Caitlyn. He goes down. But this is a huge play for Make France Great Again.
That's exactly what they needed.
That is exactly what they needed.
Drake. This is a game.
This is a game. This is what we were hoping for. Many people were thinking the French team, are they just down and out? Are they down on their luck?
TF is dead here.
TF is dead, but he should be able to get to the blast cone. He should be fine. John Coltermere is going to try and put up the power.
He's going to die to the Deathfire touch.
The poison kills him. Signs of life from France. Flan, talk us through what happened there.
I mean, we saw a lot of overextensions by Team Exiled Bunz, and repeatedly we saw Caitlyn die twice before that, but they just couldn't stop overstepping. And we're seeing good punishes by Team Make France Great Again that is putting them in a very, very good spot. It should never have gotten this way, but it's great to see these signs of life out of our French fellows. Mm-hmm. And it's looking like it's going to be a good game. I mean, Twisted Fate, that we were saying early, that his damage isn't going to scale nearly as hard as these champions like Cassiopeia and Kaisa.
And definitely not. I mean, he is going for the pick build there. That is going to be a fire cannon coming out from Twisted Fate as well. On top of that, Roa and his Leg Bane. As I get a drink, Flan, take us through some of these builds. What do you see that's good? What do you see that's bad?
I think overall we're seeing fine builds on both sides from everybody, other than the fact that Kaisa still hasn't completed
in a bit of trouble.
Winsu's Rage Blade. Ooh, Aatrox is going to try
to
ult
now.
Here. He has Flash. Flash just came
Flash
up
doesn't time it well enough, and this should be a very dead Aatrox. Good heads-up play there by Doolittle and Exile.
Now, what can Team Exiled Bunz get from this?
They're pinging onto the Baron.
They're going to look for it.
This would be a very early Baron, and they are committing to it. They don't know that this is happening. They've only just spotted out as we now go into the far side screen.
I mean, we're going to see a fight here. Can they stop BDA
indeed
from getting inside for a steal attempt? I don't think they can.
They can't.
They don't have Cassante ult to pull him out.
Vampool onto the Jarvan. The Jarvan has been knocked back. He will be able to in, and they go back in. Flash in by Fanboy. Fanboy is not going to be able to kill the Caitlyn. Caitlyn survives, but Dialandra is in the backside, completely unharmed. Shaniqua has to go through. They have to kill Vamp at least, and they will do so. It's a 4-for-3 in favor of Make France Great Again.
It's looking like comfort is what they need. I mean, you go down early. What do you have to fall back on? You have the fact that everybody is playing their mains.
Exactly.
And you see a very aggressive Baron start right after it spawns, after that pick top lane, and it just didn't matter. They burned those ultimates. They could sort of control a J4 engage with the Cassante and Zehen ult both being down. Those are massive team fight ults there.
Exactly.
And it just left them in a weaker position.
TF is stepping up, and there won't be any collapse on him as well. This was a 5k gold lead at 13 minutes. It's now gone down to 3. They're eating away at this gold lead, slowly. I mean, you saw... Is there anything from that last Baron fight that you want to take us through? What was the main point there? Jarvan did go back in.
I think one of the biggest things there was the fact that they had burned a lot of valuable abilities on picking off the Aatrox top. And they're just taking it too slowly at 20 minutes in the game to sort of force a fight there. And despite it being the 4v5 in numbers, we had Kai'Sa essentially go untouched, just doing damage
BDA
to that
stepping
front
up.
line.
We'll be able to EQ out before the passive procs, as now they do try and get control of this river. You can see on your screen the wards for the blue team. Meanwhile, Exile is just bot. He's just clearing. He's absolutely fine. As they will now try to collapse on him.
His flash is just coming off cooldown.
And he will not yield. He's going through. Probably not the thing to do because you lose your resistances when you go all out. But he's saying, that's fine, kill me. My team's going to get Baron.
Now, of course, when they have vision of it, Shen is right there. I think they're good.
Here they come. They don't have the
try
damage.
To finish. Baron's going to die here.
It's going to be tight. BDA will be able to get into the Exile. It's going to go in. And this here is a smite battle.
Oh,
Doolittle gets the smite. And he goes into his ultimate, but he will die. The fight now is going to be all on if they can kill the Barons. Jimmy Guar's going to be able to get away. Caitlyn is standing to survive. The ult will be blocked. They get 3 Barons there. TF is going to look to ult out, and he should be fine. He's giving vision to make sure that his Caitlyn gets away.
He's ulting into the bush. Oh, he's going for the pick.
He got the pick as well. That's huge. Will he be able to get out now, GBA? He flashes forward. He should be fine. He kills the Jarvan, and he's away. He's away. GB Guai is taking the piss out of them. Oh my days.
Aatrox is just going to hit the back button. He's not going to try to go for anything here, despite TF sitting on about 20% HP.
He's just mocking them. He's making fun of them doing something like that. Their heads up to know that you can get the kill onto the carry if you ult in the right place, and then throwing the cards over his shoulder, taking Jarvan's head off, and that enables his team to get the 3rd Drake and put themselves in sole point.
I suppose Doolittle decided, let's do a hands check on the Baron. He figured that he knows how to smite better than BDA. And he was proven right. And after that, TF with a master class once again top lane, ulting forward, and they were thinking he was just going to hit back to save the Baron. Sole point here, making another win condition after we had seen Team Exiled Bunz sort of throw that early advantage. But, I mean, I think we're still going to see some really good team fights, and both teams are going to be able to do a lot of damage. I think I would still take red side in terms of Team Make France Great Again and just overall throughput damage.
They're not going to be able to kill this Cassante. Aatrox is suffering here, and he gets the flash, and he's going to take him right under the tower. Here comes the Shen. Vamp has to flash away. He will be fine. The siege will still continue. Ults for ults, flashes being traded, but the result is still positive for Exiled Bunz. Gold card lands. This Twisted Fate is pumping out damage now. He has his Zhonya's. He's going to be even harder to kill. Shaniqua now. You're not where you want to be. He taunts and gets to the safety of his base at least. The siege continues.
Kai'Sa's low enough here that she's being very cautious walking up, which is allowing this wave to sort of just hit the turret. I think it's smart to realize if Kai'Sa dies here, it's going to be really hard to stop their push. But, ooh!
But you can see the damage now coming out of this Cassiopeia. 2.5 items will be finishing that Liandry's Torment soon. And they will be able to back away. They do take the tier 2 bot lane turret, but nothing more. Are they trying to bait here? Caitlyn can't win an actor. Can't win an Oscar. Oh, BDA, you're stepping into your jungle. That's not a safe place. Doolittle goes forward. No, decide against it. So it's 26 minutes into this game. It's now a 7k gold lead. France was trying to claw that back. It's now starting to grow again.
It is starting to grow. We're also seeing a bit of a summoner's spell mismatch here. We have Flash up and Cleanse on Caitlyn. Flash up on Doolittle on the Sehen. No Flash on either of the two champions from the bot lane to make France great again. Jarvan Flash for an engage is coming off cooldown. I mean, we'll be watching to see, can they make a pick on the right target? Right now, TF is a prime target to get Jarvan ulted in sort of an all-in scenario.
They're going into their jungle. Here comes the Twisted Fate ult. We wonder where it's going. It goes nowhere. They're just trying to spot out where they are. Good defense there, it seems. But no, it's seen that they've picked him.
Oh,
they found the TF. He takes it. This Jarvan is going to survive for a long time. Gets away. A nice vital resource burned there for not much.
We're seeing Team Exiled Bunz set up a lot of vision control in this topside jungle. It's going to help them a lot when Baron respawns.
And you can see there, they have no clue where the bunnies are. They're in the forest. They're hopping freely.
It is a Chemtech soul, so they're going to have the help of all of these juiced fruits, as well as the Fey Lights, granting them vision of an increased area of the jungle. One of the new features of this season.
Yep. The season, I mean, what are your thoughts so far of this season, Fan, compared to previous ones?
I think a lot of the changes are really cosmetic. I think Fey Lights are sort of not as consequential as people maybe feared they would be.
Yeah. People thought it was going to be game-breaking about how much vision it would grant you, but it turns out not that much. However, Exiled has been caught. He goes unstoppable. And he's deciding not to go all out. That's the right thing to do. Keep that ultimate, but he will die. Baron is up. However, Deolandra has been caught. TF is going to go in. And here we go. That's the taunt gone down. You've got nowhere to go, Kai'Sa, except for the grey screen. Huge Cassiopeia ult! There catches all of them. But that's another huge ult in return by Doolittle. He goes into his passive. Will they be able to kill the revive? It's all about Femboy. Can he get the damage out? Shen is being forced to ult. He will not be able to kill Doolittle. He's still lived for so long. But GB is still healthy. It's a double kill for the Twisted Fate. He's just running circles around. Make France great again. The flash taunt fails again. He's going to have to try and kill Vamp, and they will do, but he will die as well. This Aatrox is going to have to try and run away. TF is just going to space him. This is great pop. However, he does get caught. He goes into Zhonya's. Exalt turns up. Huge plays, GB. The fancy feet.
I think we're about to see them take the Dragon Soul. If we had a replay of that last fight, Cassiopeia was sitting back. It looked like she was spacing a Phantom Boxer. She was doing no DPS after the Sehen revived, while TF and Sehen were just able to pump out so much damage. And then TF is able to just wait for his cooldowns and his rapid fire cannon. One red card, Cassiopeia's dead.
This is a wonderful example of Twisted Fate play. I love when a Twisted Fate is played to this high level, just making such good use of the kit. It's wonderful. as Jarvan will not be able to
and
get
Jarvan's
out.
dead. Cassiopeia burns the R. It doesn't matter. It's too little, too late. They're gonna walk now, just straight over to the Baron. They're
Exactly.
gonna take that, start to look to close out the game, take away that last tier 2, those tier 3s inhibs, and I think that team Make France Great Again is just gonna let this Baron go uncontested.
They can't contest. There's no smite on their team. And it does feel like this may have been the final fight there. GB Gua on this Twisted Fate. Since Season 1 it's a classic. And he's showing a classic performance here. One of the best performances in the tournament so far on a champion. We're going to remember this one. 13-2. He is fully stacked on his Medjais. Oh, it's incredible.
Obscene amount of work for his team.
Yep. Just the spacing, being able to kite out the Aatrox, being able to waste resources, use of his ultimate. It's incredible. Really, really well played there by GB Gua.
He really knows the limit of his champion here, and he's showed it so well after that exchange, after they had secured the Baron top, ulting forward to pick off the Kaisa.
BDA now is in a bit of danger, and he has been caught in his jungle, and he will go down. They're going to give it to Exile, giving it to the captain. What wonderful teammates. Oh. Caitlyn now is starting to take people's heads off with his build as well, and it's looking like the final siege here for this game 1.
I don't think they can hold 12k gold behind. They don't have any sort of range. They don't have the flash engage from Cass.
Flash forward by Exile. Probably just trying to stall him. Gets the ult here, and this is going to be your final fight, ladies and gentlemen. Decide this game. Good knockback there by Exile. Hacker's just going in. Doolittle's just going in. And they're just killing Make France Great Again in their base. There were signs maybe that they could live. There were signs that maybe there's going to be something more to them. But that will be game 1. Comfortable overall for EB.
I think that's an easy MVP by GB Qua, you said his name was?
GB Gua. Remember the name, people.
I mean, we just saw an excellent Twisted Fate game. He absolutely carried on that performance and in a much bigger way than we saw out of the Cassiopeia. I mean, they didn't go out without a fight. They were trying very hard in that mid game. They got some big picks. They were punishing pretty well, but unfortunately unable to do enough when it counted.
Yeah. Unable to do enough. We will be back very shortly with game number 2. Well, I need some water after that one. That was a fantastic game 1.
I think I do as well.
Exactly. Can EB close this out and make their way to finals, or do Make France Great Again have more fight in them? We will be back very shortly. Thank you for joining us. Hello and welcome back to the ECL Spring Split 2026. Our first game went to Exiled Bunz in what ended up being quite convincing fashion. Flan, what was your major takeaways from the game?
I think overall we saw Team Exiled Bunz prove to the fans out there why they are the #1 seed out of the ECL League. They had an early lead right away after a sort of bloodbath about 5 minutes in. They showed some signs. I mean, they still make mistakes. They aren't perfect players, but they held strong throughout, winning some really key team fights that made an insurmountable gold lead for Team Make France Great Again. And I'm thinking, after we saw Team Make France Great Again pick full comfort in that game 1, hoping to rely on sort of what they know, this is making game 2 very difficult for them.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the mountain for them to overcome. That being said, what do you think they should do for this game 2?
I mean, I think that they really need to think about counter matchups. That they're picking red side again, it looks like, and they're going to have the opportunity to punish. I think that blind picking top lane Aatrox, they shouldn't do. I think bot lane especially, they need an ADC that can get through the lane ahead. I think Kai'Sa, I mean, she still showed that she's able to do something in team fights, but they just didn't have the sort of range to fight that they really needed as that game went on. So, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting draft to watch. I think we're going to still see probably Team Make France Great Again focus on banning Doolittle, but I think Doolittle showed us that if you can spend 4 bans on him, he still might have a champ. So, is there better bans here? I have no idea what GBQuA plays beyond that TF, but if they could target ban him in some way, I think that getting him off of comfort could be good. He might be the sort of player that his champion pool is wide enough and deep enough that banning him out also won't work. That is the case.
Yep.
Watch out.
Yeah, but there has to be quite a lot said about banning out Doolittle. Do you think that is a viable strategy or not?
I think that a champion like Udyr has a lot of counters in team comp that they could be thinking about.
Full start.
Looks like
Apologies
there's
there. A couple of things. Anything? They are wondering if they have pick side. Yes, losers do get to pick side, and it does seem that Make France Great Again has decided, no, we're going to stay red. Everything is fine, and we will get back into draft for this game 2 between Exiled Bunz and Make France Great Again. There were signs of life, I feel, for the French team. They weren't completely down and out, but just TF running circles around
Absolutely.
them.
I mean, can they draft a comp here that doesn't fall behind early? We might see a completely different game if that early 3 or 4K gold lead had just been 0, in fact. We're seeing so far bans that we saw in the first game. Anivia did get banned. I think she got banned 3rd last time. Banning the Master Yi, banning the Udyr on Team Make France Great Again's side here to try to narrow Doolittle's champion pool.
Yi being taken away from Femboy. They do not want his Master Yi at all. Zyra again being banned by the French team, which is looking like we're just going to run through the bans that we did in game 1.
That's very interesting to see for me. I feel like if I... Oh, and they banned the Nefiri this time.
They
Was that
banned the
in game
Nefiri
1?
this time. I mean, I'm happy with that. Nefiri is such a strong champ. Pretty much banned nearly every game, I feel.
Oh, but they leave the Nocturne and Doolittle saying he's just going to pick it right away.
Exactly. He is comfortable enough to just first pick jungle and say, what have you got for me? So, Make France Great Again. Do you feel like they're going to go for their bot lane? And they do. MF being picked up by Diocan This is another comfort pick for him. He likes the misfortune, and I feel like that's okay. MF is strong. MF is fine.
I think MF is a very fine blind pick ADC. I think it's going to be better in lane already than a Kai'Sa. BDA looking like he's going to lock in this Rammus.
That's
jungle.
way
That's
too
the
early.
Answer to Nocturne.
That's too early. No.
Oh, and he swaps last second to Xin Zhao.
Yeah. Smart decision. I think picking Rammus that early would have been a mistake. Especially when there are champions like Ezreal up as well. And that... Anez, I keep forgetting your name. I am really sorry. I don't mean to do it. Anez goes to Ezreal and Nautilus being picked up immediately. Ezreal, Nautilus.
Vamp is a big fan of that Nautilus. He played it against my team in the past. I think that the Janna answer is actually a very, very good pick. You're going to see Janna, Tornado, and Alt able to stop a Nautilus hook. Also, the Nocturne Alt onto any carry here.
Yeah,
Even with the spell shield, she'll have two abilities that can sort of peel for her team.
Yep. Quite an inspired pickup at support. Shaniqua, however, has had some criticism for his enchanter picks. Let's just say. So let's see
Has
if
he
he's been
played
able to turn
Janna
around.
this split?
I don't remember. They were the first team to get all their games finished. So that was nearly over a month ago.
It's been a long time ago now. I think Janna is one of the stronger champions in the game that
Yes.
we just didn't see picked very often, at least not in my matches.
That and Sona. So I keep hearing about how Janna and Sona are just so strong, but I never see them.
I think Sona is more easily punished. Anyways, back to our bans. You see a Lissandra ban on the side of Make France Great Again, matched by the Malzahar ban. Sort of looking at mid lane here.
Yep. Victor
And
also being
Victor.
banned away. And take that away from GB Gua. They feel like he must play these two champions. Malzahar has again been a nuisance this whole tournament. Are you surprised to see how often Malzahar comes up?
I think Malzahar is sort of one of those champions that almost anybody can play. People can hit E on a wave and clear it pretty easily, and you're always going to offer some great utility in team fights with Malzahar Ultimate. Plus that silence can't be understated. So I'm not surprised when we think about the difference in elo of our sort of league compared to professionals. Now, no ban once again from the GB Qua of Team Exiled Bunz.
Yeah, my thing has frozen. I can't see what's going on. I do apologize for everyone watching the stream.
We saw no ban from the mid laner of Team Exiled Bunz and Fanboy hovering the Vel'Koz. I'm very curious to see here. I could see GB Qua picking Galio into the Vel'Koz, which offers a very fun combination with Nocturne.
There we go, and I've caught up. Thank you that's fantastic. Really sorry for everyone watching the stream. Thank you to Flan for keeping us updated about that. The Vel'Koz. I mean, the range is safe, but don't you? Doesn't this scream assassin? Like you just pick an assassin here. No, he goes for Annie.
I think Annie's a strong champion. I also think she should have been picked more throughout this split. She's very simple to play. It's very easy to CS on Annie, and she's always going to offer a lot of team fight pick potential with that stun on Tibbers. Now, we're seeing a sort of... I like the theme here from Team Make France Great Again. We have Vel'Koz plus MF alt, sort of a cone of death that can sort of... Now, they need something to sort of set it up. I think they need a little bit more setup here from their top laner.
Exactly.
And then DZ Joyboy with the Gragas top blind pick.
He is going with Gragas. I don't think we've seen Gragas this tournament so far. Some beef. The jungler of Psychope and Friends is known to be a Gragas main, but we haven't seen it. XR says, I'll take that and take it to the top lane. Jean Ultimate answers with Mundo, who has been real strong this tournament so far.
Now, I think we saw some Mundo nerfs come through this patch, the last patch. I remember reading something about the patch notes for this Heartsteel buff. where Riot specifically mentioned now that we no longer have Mundo going where he pleases. Now, I don't know how much that's been affecting his win rate. I'd have to check that out. But I think it's a fine matchup top in the sense of Mundo passive sort of countering the Gragas E trading pattern in lane. Now, the real interesting thing that we're going to have to keep our eyes out for during this match, and where I think Gragas comes in a big way, is his potential to cancel both MF and Belkaz ults with his cask on R.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of disengage. There's a lot of engage and disengage on the side of Exiled Bunz, and I feel like they really do have the better team comp. Do you agree?
I would prefer to have Exiled Bunz team comp here. I think that it's easier to execute. I think that it counters a lot of the thematic ideas from Team Make France Great Again. On the flip side, I mean, there's still a lot of potential for a lot of damage to come through in the Rs of both the mid and ADC, but are they going to be able to do that without it just instantly getting canceled by something like a Nautilus ult or hook, an Annie flash engage, Gragas R, and at the same time they're going to be trying to hit those buttons with the lights off maybe whenever Doolittle presses R. So it's going to be tough, but I mean, we'll see. I think a lot of this game, no matter what, we're going to have a bit of a back and forth, some throws from both sides like we saw last game. I'm not expecting a straightforward stomp, and it's do or die for the French, so I think they're going to try to give it their all to try to see a game 3.
It is do or die for them. I'm a little bit concerned about the setup for the MF. Is going to be able to pick her angles, really, to try and get those ults through. Glad to see that Mundo, Jean Coltemer, his ping is a little bit lower than it was in the early game. Shaniqua getting a confidence-boosting tornado out early. Don't think you will see the same shenanigans level 1, and we do not.
Now we're seeing Doolittle start Raptors. He's going to be clearing top to bot. Look for him to clear those again after the Scuttle Crab before his first reset. Oh, a quick hook!
Quick hook there by Vamp. Vamp has picked out his own, and Deolandra now is being forced to flash. He goes forward, and this is not enough. He burns his flash in response. Real early aggression on the side of EB. They will have the benefit of that barrier on the Ezreal, though. Forcing a back from MF so early. Oh.
Misfortune has 0 CS after this first wave. Resetting now, she's missed so many minions, and that's a lot of experience.
Exactly. That's pretty much a death knell for the MF. You cannot step out of line throughout the rest of this lane phase. They're going to punish you really severely. Oh my word. This is why Vamp likes that Nautilus. He's looking again. He will be tornadoed. And this is the power of the engaged support versus the Enchanter early on.
Now this Janna has to be aggressive for this lane to work at all. They're gonna let this wave sort of push into them and try to soak it, hopefully at least the cannon. Gets the cannon.
They will be able to farm just a little bit now. The wave is kind of in their favor. And they should be able to pick up most of that farm. Early.
Janna holds her tornado.
Yes.
Should be fine.
Should be fine indeed. Vamp has found another hook going onto the Janna, but the Janna is not going to mind too much. And bot lane has seemingly stabilized for now, but Ezreal roaring into a very early CS lead.
Doolittle ping top there, sort of looking for a gank. We ended up just putting out a ward, but Mundo's very low. Oh,
there you go, Femboy has been ignited, and he will go down. First blood to GB Gua. He's just picking off where he left off, and John Colterman now, he's in a bit of danger as well. Doolittle picks up the kill there. Exiled Bunz not wasting any time. 2 quick kills.
Now we're seeing BDA move in. He's going to take the Raptors in response for that topside gank, but Nocturne got a kill, so that kill gold means he's missing out on a camp, but he's not going to be hurting too bad at all.
And it's good, and it's just here you see the intent from Exiled Bunz. They want to continue where they left off. They want to try and get this game in their favour as quick as possible. Nocturne is hovering mid. He's looking for an angle here. Does he see it? Femboy, he doesn't have flash. He doesn't have any way of escape. BDA there is here to return and will go onto the Annie and will be able to pick him up. That's a good kill. Doolittle has to back away, but he's being able to cut this well. Shaniqua now is running for the hills, trying to get to his team. Doolittle now is very dead. Who does this go to? It goes to Shaniqua! What are you doing? You've got to give that kill to your mid laner. Vamp will die as well. And now it's just about trying to get Femboy to safety. Janna will be able to do so. That's got to sting. Janna taking that kill there.
I mean, it stings, but at the same time, I'm a bit of a believer in gold on Janna. She's probably going to be able to get some Swifties here.
Mm-hmm. And you do want to get around the map to set up for these objectives as well. Because of that passive move speed, you will be able to get there quicker than the Nautilus. But it's not bad. Joyboy now going on to Coltemare. He's going to have to force a flash. A Q may not go through, but we go down to bot lane. Shaniqua has been caught. Does have that flash, is holding it for as long as he can. Tornado's out the way. Ezreal will not be able to get onto him, and he does get to the safety of behind his tier 1 turret. Meanwhile in top lane, flash gone for Mundo. He does have 6 now though, so he should be fine. Action early on in this game. And you can see the pressure on Make France Great Again. They have to try and make plays. They have to play towards... Who should they play towards, do you think, in this game plan?
I mean, I think that they need gold on their carries. If they can... And you're already seeing a pretty wide difference in farm because of that level 1 play bottom. So I think it's a really smart
gank here.
Play.
Ezreal doesn't have his flash. It will come up soon, but he goes the wrong way. Anes believes in his ability to try and outplay this. Wrong decision, and maybe the E shouldn't have gone that way. Was there any world where he lives that?
I mean, if his flash was coming off cooldown,
it's off cooldown now.
If he tries to play, it is. I see. If he had been playing towards his turret, you'd have to wonder if he could have E'd and flashed out and lived. And it's going to be first Drake now, and you know, Doolittle's up there taking the red buff of Xin Chao.
Yeah, he gets the red buff, but the dragon, in full vision, will go over to Make France Great Again. They're going to be happy about that early trade, I feel.
I think they're very happy with this early game. We're seeing a gold lead, even if it's only 700, 600 gold.
First gold lead they had in the series. Ooh. Ezreal going forward is forced to barrier. Good damage being picked out onto him. And this is much, much better on the side of Make France Great Again in their bot lane. I have to say, Anas as well, one of the strongest ADs rank-wise. Maybe you feel like he's overconfident in his plays. Exile missed his ult, but that may have just been a bait because here comes Doolittle. Coltemare is dead again.
You see the bot lane back off of Team Make France Great Again because they couldn't see what's happening. They weren't sure where that Nocturne was going at first.
Exactly. Looking to maybe... They don't have the ability to dive, I don't think. But this Ezreal...
EDA's looking to go on Nocturne in the topside jungle.
Yep, we are with that now. EDA, he will get feared. Who's going to make it first? It's going to be the Annie. BDA now is trying to get a response. He does! Flashes
from Gragas!
By Gragas. Maybe his jungler was going to live. I don't think he was in too much danger, but you can see now, here comes the dive. Vamp onto Shaniqua. He flashes away from his turret. Ult coming through. Diolandro, you're not long for this world.
No.
Can you get a response kill? No, you cannot. The tower doesn't enough. He forces the flash from Ezreal. Nice dive. Not the cleanest.
Less than 30 HP during that dive and still makes it out by the skin of his teeth.
That's a tilter, isn't it? Seeing that. Oh,
That's very unfortunate. You know, the gold lead had sort of narrowed a lot for Ezreal going into that, and now it's back up to 1,300 gold.
yeah, exactly. He's really far ahead. He's 3-1 now. The carries, the AD carry for EB, feeling real good about himself. However, Grubs does go over to make France great again. They're doing better in the objective side of the game. However, it is only 2 Grubs to 1. Oh, coming through now, and it's going to be put under thing. Quick kill. Picking on the top laner on MFGA. And that is yielding dividends. Vamp hits the hook. Goes in. He's going to be responding to a tornado, and this is going to be a fight here. Nope. Vamp just backs away.
Oh. I think that might have been a mistake from the side of Make France Great Again. I think they should have just walked up and not let the Nautilus live.
Vamp's going to try again. Is he going to look for it? No. He is trying to see if he can find a kill. Nope. They're just going to run back to the safety of the tower. And now they can't farm. They can't farm. They're in huge trouble.
Nautilus R is nearly off cooldown too. There was a massive window on that hook to sort of punish. They're hoping
Here he goes
instead
again. Lands the
that they
hook.
can...
Good buffer by Shaniqua. Is going to take some damage as well.
Now
and you
watch
can
this
see
Vel'Koz here. Vel'Koz is going to walk straight
It
at this lane.
overwards.
There's no flash on Ezreal. Vel'Koz has the R.
Good hook by Vamp to try and
Zin is
prevent
here.
any further
Not
aggression.
too, but he's slow.
He is slow. TP coming in.
TP
Make France
from
great again.
Gragas.
They have to go full disengage,
Oh, no.
full back here. Exile's not going to be able to get his charge forward.
Now, if you see here,
They're in full retreat as well, being pushed way off. This
They
one
let
lane.
Gragas ult to cancel the MF.
It did cancel the MF, and it's just going to be 2 quick kills going over to EB. They are not wasting time in this game too. More aggression, more plays, and a 3k gold lead at 11 minutes.
Now, Sol, that was looking so good at first as I was watching the Vel'Koz walk down the river with Zin moving from the blue buff.
But he was
one of the
over-visioned.
one of the biggest things, even with the vision, they had overstepped a lot, but one of the biggest reasons that was so successful for the side of Exiled Bunz was actually the earlier top gank from Nocturne. He had killed the Dr. Mundo, which then forced Jean Colteme to TP back top. So they had a TP mismatch where Gragas had his up to TP to that fight, just giving them the numbers advantage and making that an unwinnable fight for Make France Great Again.
Yeah. That's why he's in high demand, ladies and gentlemen. Flan, for that analysis. Thank you very much for that breakdown. And it is not looking good for France yet again. They did have signs of life in that first game. Hopefully they'll be able to do so again, as they are in a very similar position to before. Going into the mid lane, they're not going to be able to catch the Annie. Ult coming through. Femboy now has a big old target on his back. That ult is gone. As Dragon, I think, is up, and yes it is, and that will be taken by EB, uncontested.
Most of this gold lead is actually in Ezreal's pockets.
I mean, 4-1. He's got his Trinity Force all finished. And this Drake will be taken very easily by EB. Trey going up in the top lane. John Colteme is low again. It's being forced to ult. But Gragas is in that stage now where he doesn't care. His cooldowns are so low that he should be able to kite this out, and he will be absolutely fine.
Top.
BDA's coming. Flashes up for Exile. He does flash away. Probably a little bit too early. Shut down. Coming through, but here comes Annie, ulting onto Femboy. He doesn't have the damage to kill the Vel'Koz. He will back away. Meanwhile, there is a bot lane dive. They're going full retreat. First turret does go over to Make France Great Again, but the bot lane of Make France Great Again is in huge disarray. Ult coming through by Doolittle. Quick kill onto John Colteme, and now BDA is in a world of hurt. I don't know. He's going to have to fight his way out. This is Xin
Nocturne's
Zhao. He
fear
is
on
strong.
cooldown.
He doesn't have the fear, like Flan said, and he decides that discretion is the best.
Oh, but he's walking into the Annie in a bush. Oh, he's looking dead.
Oh, he goes in. Nice heads-up play there by EB Annie. Set up nicely. Doolittle is deciding, no, I can go forward here. Lifeform disintegration ray. Say that quickly 3 times. Doesn't pick up anything.
I don't think I could.
I don't think I could either. But they look like they're scrambling, don't they? Gragas now. Oh, this looks bad. Shaniqua. Oh, Femboy's just going in. He's just going to die. They're going to play with their food. He's got the spaghetti skin. But they're like, please. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, he gets the shutdown, Annie. No need for that whatsoever. We do a little bit of trolling.
Now it's looking like Nautilus is just going to die here.
Yep, he's just going to walk into them. You got to give it. No, Shaniqua takes it. Romeo, please.
Oh, no.
Stop it. Oh, my word. But they go onto the Ezreal. John Coulter. What the attack he does do so. Oh, coming out from Janna. You've got to get out of that tower. They're just going to be keeping huge out there. But it's another turnaround for Make France Great Again. How does this keep happening?
I mean, we just saw Team Exiled Bunz just bite off way more than they could chew. They committed a Nautilus ult to the definitely dead Vel'Koz. Whatever his name is, playing Annie that I can't remember.
GB Qua.
GB Qua walked up needlessly. Vel'Koz was dead. There's no way that Ezreal doesn't kill him. Anna's just had the kill already without the Nautilus ult, without Annie's death. That gives something back. That makes it a 1-for-1. And then Vamp was just overextended for no reason. Now we're
going back
for this Rift Herald.
To the Rift Herald here. We're going to see if there's anything happening. BDA is there early. However, Vamp is watching the whole thing go down. This looks like this will be a fight as we do go into the wide view. Here comes the Nocturne. He goes straight onto the Vel'Koz. Femboy is dead. BDA is dead. MF gets cancelled again. Ezreal goes forward. And here comes GB Gua. They won't be able to get onto the bot lane. Quick, easy execution. Nets EB the Herald.
I mean, we just saw essentially there was a really tough timer there because John Coltame had not backed after getting poked down mid lane. So he wanted to get it back to sort of TP to that Rift Herald fight, but at the same time, BDA was starting it with calling Femboy down from top.
I don't think you want to step forward, Diocan. Ezreal is just going to ult in your face, and he's going to be away. He's all health, is John Coltamare as well. I don't know if you want to do that. The Mundo ult comes forward, BDA. I think this is just a full disengage, really. No further regression required. Mundo is all health stacking. Holy moly. But then you've got to think, Doolittle, he's 5-1. 2 items, Axiomark as well as Hexplate. This Nocturne is a problem.
He is. I mean, his targets here that are looking the juiciest are going to be this Vel'Koz and the MF. I think he's recognizing that if he can assassinate those 2 carries, his team's just going to be in a much better spot. But at the same time, we've seen him kill the Mundo so many times. Oh, and he's going on MF!
MF is dead on my screen. He's dead on your screen. He's dead in every possible universe you can think of. You cannot be in a lane by yourself if you are the AD, and that's just going to lead to further disaster. BDA goes in.
No
he's
here.
Dead. Shaniqua running for the hill. Mundo, he's dead as well. Oh, it's looking terrible here for Make France Great Again. Flashing forward, no need for that. Just pick up your kills and go. Take a Drake as well. Oh, it's horrible. 19 kills to 9. 18 minutes in, 4k gold lead. Flan, is this the death knell for Make France Great? He's driving the Herald.
Oh, I think that might be.
Oh, come on.
DZ Joyboy is making MF stay a bad one.
We're on YouTube, please. We're gonna get banned if this continues. Oh my word. Exile is having fun on his Gragas. Doolittle doing crazy things on the Nocturne. And it is looking like this is going to be the end of the road for Make France Great Again. A great shame. Considering at the beginning of this tournament, they were really, really hyped. That everyone was thinking, what is this team? Romeo's cooking something. Full French roster. But it just hasn't worked out. And that's a really big shame.
I wonder what their team... Oh, and another pick mid.
Another kick there.
Oh,
MF is dead
goes
again.
out.
They're just going to kill him. That goes to GB Gua. He's 5-3. Diocan. It's looking... It's
Misfortune
looking
has the least gold in the game. She's less than
He's
both
less than his
supports.
support. Oh no.
He just can't play the game.
I mean, I don't know if you heard, but in the last game we played last night against the Flamingos, our AD got a ranked restriction because he died too much in our custom game. I hate to know what Riot is going to hand down to Diocan after this one. They may just say, please just uninstall. I'm sorry, Diocan. I know you're a lovely bloke, but this is really tragic. Another Nocturnal going on to the Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz will be able to get away. Alley-oop by Gragas to stop the ult, but I don't think he was any real danger. BDA, however, they found Ezreal! How did they find Ezreal?
He'd stepped up a little bit too far, but
Vamp goes
I think we're
in!
gonna see it
I don't know if they can do this, but here comes John Coltemare. He is all health, but Vamp has got his anti-heal. TP coming in. They will be able to get away. Looked promising, but nothing more. Ah, that play there.
Oh,
Except Rocket Belt, so clean by GB Gua there to pick up the Vel'Koz. That means they're going to full send it shutdown. Going over to the MF. She's picked up 2 shutdowns now. I apologise, Diocan, I was not familiar with your game. But hey, 2 quick kills.
He's going to be able to complete a second item now.
He should be able to. She is going to be on...
Okay, he's building a Zanya's Hourglass?
Huh.
Well... I'm not
Joe,
sure who's
DVD,
gonna
I think
do
we've
the
got a
carry.
situation on our hands. Oh dear. That's not what you want to see. I mean, there was
That
a
is
time.
not a-
I mean, there was a time where ADs did buy Zonias, but that was when it had the stopwatch, and everyone
Yeah.
hated that meta. Everyone, absolutely
Yeah.
everyone hated that meta.
I mean, technically, MF has some AP scaling on her E. You can see how it might be able to stop some engage if she presses it at the right time. But it's
I
also
admire
just
you
gonna limit her
for
ability
trying to
do
explain this
really
away,
any
Flan.
damage.
I admire you for trying to explain this away, but I do not have the same confidence that you do. But maybe I'm wrong. I am just a platinum player.
I mean, I think the biggest issue here is what they need is just the sort of team fight that we talked about in the draft, where MF ult, Vel'Koz ult somehow are able to get cast.
But there's no setup for it, is there?
Well, there really isn't the proper setup, but you know what we're seeing with the Zanya's purchase is it's just limiting the MF's ability to do the job she needs to do, which is kill Exiled Bunz team in the duration of 1 R cast.
Yeah.
And they're gonna just drop this Baron.
Yeah.
Nobody is even walking over to it.
They're not looking
Make
for
France
it.
Great again.
They don't know this is going on. They're incomplete with this. John Coltemare probably
It's
has
in
an
Zhao's
idea.
bot lane on the Gragas.
Gragas is just gonna yeet him away. Flashes forward, gonna try and pick up Shaniqua. BDA going under the turret. It doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen, because Baron has gone over to Exiled Bunz. And this is unfortunate to see. Really unfortunate to see it end this way. After the game 1 promised so much, it was close. At certain points, yes, EB did run away with it later on. But there were times where they really had to sweat for the win. Drake is now being started, and you've got to feel that this could be it. This could be the final fight of this series.
Bunnieh gets the
Dragon does
smite,
get it, but the Annie's in the backline
Bunnieh.
and blows them up. It's a double kill for GB Kwa, and that, everyone, is all she wrote.
He took the Hex Gate during the Nocturne R. They didn't even see him as he ulted the brush and aced their team.
I know, it's a disaster. Oh, GB Kwa, having the series of his life so far, really staking his claim to want to be the best mid laner in the tournament. And Joe, you've got some competition. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But with this win, it looks... the Vel'Koz as well. I'm getting despondent, plan. Please.
Well, he finally didn't have a Gragas cancel it or an Annie stun. He canceled it himself.
No.
He's taking some agency back into his own hands.
Exactly. He's manifesting his own. He's live, laugh, loving. Ugh. John Cultivar now is just going to try and trade autos with Vamp. Try and make himself feel better. But this is, like I said, this is over. It's just a case of crossing the T's and dotting the I's. I don't think they're going to wait much longer. They have the Baron.
Oh, and Vel'Koz is
And
dead.
Vel'Koz is dead. There you go. You were in a side lane. You existed when Nocturne was in the game. That's your own fault. You should think twice about that next time.
The
As
level
now,
60
Gragas
Nocturne
is just
as
going
well.
in there. Ult from Shaniqua.
Oh,
Goes forward. They do
no,
get
the
Doolittle go in
anti-synergy.
there. The anti-synergy, indeed. Vamp is going to ult the rest of the team. John Coltimer is in the middle of 4 angry bunnies. And he's looking forward. Flashes forward.
He
misses
didn't
the
even
tabbers.
burn his stopwatch.
Have you seen her bad tappers? It's gonna march you to your grave, and it is. The Flaming Bear, standing tall, it gets to see the Nexus go down. EB are in the finals.
And what a statement performance in these two games. Game 1, we saw a few mistakes in the mid game, but they had a lead that they were able to overcome even more off of GB Kwa.
GB Kwa.
GB Kwa's TF performance in this game 2, just with their entire draft, sort of looking to punish the champion draft of Team Make France Great Again. Gragas, Exiles Gragas doing his job, canceling those ultimates. Annie coming in, getting the big stun, flash, engage kills, followed up by the often the lights off from Nocturne. It's just so tough.
The Hexgate flank during the Nocturnal. Oh, they're just styling on them, and that is why they feel like they were being disrespected. They feel like they were being mistreated due to their 2 default wins, but they are not joking. EB are in the finals, and they await the winner of BIY versus either Nyonyo or Zycope and Friends. They get to chill now. They get to wait and see who they're facing. They're in a great position.
I
Flan,
think they are. And
take it away. Who do you think is MVP?
yeah, I think that we have to give the MVP to GB Kwa. I think that his Twisted Fate performance game 1 was so hard carry when they had sort of thrown their lead. His sort of alt top to pick off the Kaisa. Also, he killed the J4 in the same alt sort of sequence. It really kept his team in the game. He had some massive picks. It's demonstrating why TF is picked in every level of play. And that game 2 is Annie, 10 kills. His CC score is probably through the roof, not as high as Nocturne's. He sort of gets to cheat every time he hits R. But he was doing exactly what he needed to do for their team to make sure that they won. And I mean, all in all, I think that Team Exiled Bunz did very well across the board. I think that they are going to be a menace for whichever team gets to see them in the finals. I'm very curious to watch that Bunnieh versus ZAF game. I think that's going to be a very close match. I think we're going to be able to get a better read of sort of which team deserves to be in the finals against Team Exiled Bunz from these upcoming matches, and I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.
Talking about me.
EB. Just as we're about to go, Exile, feel free to talk, man. Feel free to talk. You backed it up today.
I mean, what can I say? Exactly 2 hours ago, that's what I say. It's going to be a quick 2-0. A 2-E. That's what I like to call it.
Doing.
I'm actually surprised that I solo killed their top laner on Cassante, because to me, he was one of those top laners that are good in the tournament, like him and Poop. And you know, I think the smart play we did was take away his Zahen. I think that was a very, very huge play that we did. Then it's fearless and he can't pick it anymore.
We got to talk about your mid laner. He had a wonderful series.
You know what? Me and my team need to talk about my mid laner because everybody was shocked. If you hear our voice comms, I don't know if they're recorded, but I was yelling for him to like leave or run or just like don't overplay. And then I'm like, what is going on? He has Swifties, okay? Well, what's going on? What's going on?
He was just making fun out of that French team. Oh my word.
I mean, like, although he did smurf, you can also see the big mistakes, like when he tried to one shot, or like give shutdowns. You know, he still has those mistakes. Same thing with my AD carry. My AD carry is a very egotistical player. You can take that as a good thing or a bad thing at the same time. I think they both suffer from this issue because they can have a 500 gold shutdown and they would give it away for like killing a support, which is not worth it. Like we just saw, the Annie killing the Vel'Koz and then giving a shutdown to the Mundo. Mundo, we already knew he was going to be our biggest issue because we literally have no damage to kill him. So I just begged my jungler. I PayPal'd him before the game to path top, and he did. So
he did indeed. You got to be happy with that series, I must say. You played fantastically well. I'll give you any final thoughts you want to share with everyone before we wrap up.
Nothing much. I think it was a good game. The femboy really played well. He gave me hell, even though I was like so confident with my Cassante, but he just kept killing me over and over again. So props to the French team. That's all I'm gonna say.
Props to the French team. Thank you very much, Romeo, and Make France Great Again. It's unfortunate that things didn't work out as well as you'd hoped, but we hope to see you guys in the next tournament. Please do join again. And that will be all for now. Thank you very much, Flan, for a wonderful cast.
And thank you, Soul, for carrying that cast. Thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone who watched. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done already. We will be hopefully back soon with our final knockout game between Nyonyo and Zycope and Friends. But for now, we have our finalists, and they are the Exiled Bunz. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.